Hello everyone, I'm Acting IWA Director Robert Oxley and I'm sitting here with IWA Trans-Tasman Champion Trihaga Lucci and top contender Jimmy Townsend ahead of their title match on October 22nd at St John's Park Bowling Club for IWA, the final ride. Now I've sat these two gentlemen next to me because I'd like to hear their thoughts about the upcoming match and why not do it at the same time? So who'd like to go first?
Thanks Ox, I'll talk. Almost 2 years, right? You've thrown challenges, I beat them. More challenges, I beat them. So no offense, I know you have to get him out here to try and intimidate me or whatever you want, but I'm not fazed. Easy day in the office, I'll get the job done. I'm gonna hold this championship forever. Simples.
So he doesn't stack up like your previous opponents?
Like he's all right. Yeah. He goes all right, but it's like, you can only go so far intimidating or trying to be cool or trying to be like me. So if you just do your own thing, maybe you'll get another shot down the line, but right now, buddy, just take it easy, huh?
I'd like to touch on that actually. You said he's like you.
He's trying to be like me. So pretty much the whole story is the wandering soul is really who he is. Yeah. He wanders through and picks someone from YouTube he likes, picks someone from TV he likes, picks the champion who he likes. And then just kind of from there, he does what I do to get to this position, not realizing that in the position is the person he's trying to beat. So he's not going to win because he's a copy of me. Easy explanation.
Do you consider yourself a copy of Trihaga Lucci?
No, I don't think I'm a copy. Look, he's onto something a little bit. I mean, I take inspiration from people who have been successful before me. I think that's how you become successful in your own right. You follow the path of those who have set it out. And Lucci is one of those people who has set out that successful path. But for him to say I'm a carbon copy of him, I think is a bit rich.
It's an easy path, isn't it? It's all there for you. You just follow me along. But I'm still on the path, Jimmy. You can't overtake me. There's a lot of people that have tried to overtake me. Dazza is one of them. He tried to, be a good guy. And he's pretty good too. He's a lot better than you. But he can't overtake.
Low to beat him?
No, you don't.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that actually. Like there's
well
that match in particular against Dazza at the Juniors Kingsford for Take No Prisoners.
Yep.
There was a bit of a controversial ending where you had feigned being injured in order to sucker him in and then deliver a suplex on the stage, which led to your retaining the championship. Yep. I'd like to talk more about that because you haven't really touched on that in the past. What drove you to do that? Was there something around the Dazza title defense that made you insecure and didn't believe you were going to retain the championship? I'm just speaking candidly.
I'll give you guys the truth. I'm always injured. I go out there, I'm always injured, I'm always hurting. I'm hurt right now, my legs don't work, right? So in that match with Dazza, I went out there, I gave it my best effort, and then there was a moment where that injury kicked in, and I was out. And it sucked, and I really, really wanted to be there for that match because I really respect Dazza. I think he's done a lot. And you respect him too. That's why you buddied up with him and tried to copy him, right? And so in that match, there we were. I was hurt. He respected that. And then suddenly, everything kind of worked again. And I was like, oh, well, I might as well continue wrestling. And I get the people kind of thought it was a cheap thing to do. But if my body's working, I'm not going to give up on the match.
Okay. So it was a stinger, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, just an easy stinger, just another night on the town, you know?
And you say that your legs are hurt. I've also heard this. Are you going to be able to defend the championship on October 22nd?
Look, yes, I'm completely locked into wrestling. No injury is going to stop me. I'm a hard worker. That's why I've got this, right?
Right. I guess you're a hard worker too. You know, you've had a very successful 2022. Not only have you retired Sam Osborne, but you've defeated the likes of Will Keedis in a Falls Count Anywhere match. You drove him through a table, got a measure of revenge there. You took on Diego, which was a surprise opponent, to earn the top contendership. Not only that, there's been some successful matches you've had on our tours as well. Are you going to cap off the year by defeating Trihaga Lucci?
Absolutely. Like you said, I've been on a really good streak at IWA. I don't know, it's really important to me, the run that I've had at IWA. Even going back to when I was just one of the prefects. IWA was the place that really gave me the first opportunity to stand on my own 2 feet and figure out who I am on my own. And I've kind of built up a bit of a resume now and built up a bit of a as you said, a good run of opponents that I've defeated. So yeah, Lucci I think is the final one I really need to put away and win that championship. And I think it's kind of upset me a little bit to see how, I guess, arrogant Lucci is being today, because I guess for the last year or two at IWA he's really put up this front as someone who's this lovable tree hugger who loves nature and is very friendly, but I think we've seen that everywhere else Lucci's been a little bit cowardly, a little bit arrogant, and it's finally starting to show here in IWA.
That's great. Beautiful. Well said. It's a shame I couldn't hear you. A train went past. I couldn't hear a word you were saying. So, do you want to just like paraphrase it real quick so I can get it quickly?
All in all,
Yeah.
you're a bit of a coward.
Oh, a coward. I've heard that word a lot recently. Ah,
What do you
okay.
have to say to that? Do you
Well,
think you're a coward?
look, there's winning and then there's winning. The same thing. So Jimmy, it doesn't matter what the answer to the riddle is or what you're going to try and do in the match. If I win, I stay the champion. It doesn't matter. Sure, there might be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe I'll take your hat. Maybe I'll collapse your tent. I'm still going to win. No matter whatever word you want to attach to me. It changes. 2 years. One day they're going to call me the best. One day they're going to call me the worst. A couple of months' time they're going to call me the best again. It's just what happens.
You haven't really, with all due respect to your previous opponents this year, you haven't really faced anyone like Trejo Lucci. He has, as he said, he is the longest reigning Trans-Tasman champion. He hasn't been pinned in several years here in the IWA.
Don't get pinned.
He's managed to dig himself out of many situations where he's been defending the title against seemingly insurmountable odds. What's it going to take to defeat someone like Trejo Lucci for the Trans-Tasman title?
I think this is where
Say it to my face.
Lucci likes to think that I'm a carbon copy of him, right? And I think this is where you'll really start to see the differences between us. As you've said, he's had to use some cheap tactics. He's had to use some underhanded tactics, I'll put it lightly for you.
Thanks,
to
mate.
win his matches and keep the belt. But I think you've seen me over the last year or two get to where I am through just hard work and resilience. Like, that title is very, very important to me, and it upsets me greatly that you're diminishing the legacy with the way you're going about your reign. That title has had people the likes of Paris De Silva, Jackson Kelly, Chris Abbott, Dazza, Headhunter Rig, Matt Rogers, all people who have gone on to become massive talents in Australian wrestling.
Yeah, sure.
But the way that Lucci is going about that reign, I think, is disrespectful to that championship, and that's partly the reason that I want to take it off him.
Are you arguing that Trejo Lucci is not a massive star in Australian wrestling?
Oh, he absolutely is. Of course, but the way he's going about it, I don't respect.
So how are you going to circumnavigate his tactics, as you say? How are you going to be able to put aside the way he wins his matches in order for your victory to occur?
He likes to run away from his opponents, but I do as well, just a little differently. I don't think he can catch me. I'm very fast, I'm very evasive. Your tactics can only work for so long, Lucci, but all it takes is for me to get up to the top rope, come flying off with that moonsault, and catch you once. Or I could always wrap you up with the schoolboy. Multiple avenues.
Are you feeling a lot of pressure to retain this title against Jimmy Townsend?
I'm not going to lie. It's nice. It's nice. I haven't had this pressure in a while. It's been pretty smooth sailing, you know. And I like it. You're passionate. But I just want to kind of reiterate what you were saying. Could you hold this for a second? Yeah, it's close, isn't it? Nice and close. Yeah, don't touch it though. This is a workhorse title. This is for people who work really hard at what they do. But most importantly, it's for people who know who they are inside, not just the outside. It's more than just wrestling, okay? And it's going to take you a while to figure that out. I get it, you're new. You're just trying to figure out what works for you. And you say you're not like me, but then you're kind of contradicting yourself and saying you like to run away and you like to do things like this. It's really cute. I really think I respect it. It's lovely. But I just want you to think about this. This is for people who have become something. IWA gives you a chance to become something, become someone. and you're a wandering soul. You're no one. You're absolutely no one. Well, it changes each month, right? Like every time he comes out, he's a different kind of version of himself. You can agree with that. So when it comes to you and I fighting, you're going to do a great job. You're going to get in there, you're going to wrestle, you might even clap for the fans, they're going to cheer for you, but I'm going to beat the crap out of you. Because you don't know who you are, and I do. I know what I need to do to win, okay? You will be there going, oh, should I do this or should I do this? Should I run away? Should I be Matty Wahlberg today? Or should I be Dazza today? Or maybe I'll be like Triago Lucci today. And while you're thinking that crap, I'm going to do what I do because I know who I am. Boom, you're on the mat. 1, 2, 3, easy day in the office. I retain my title, okay?
Do you respect Jimmy Townsend?
I do, actually. I respect because you get out there, you do your wrestle, you make people happy. But stay in your lane, Jimmy. Because as soon as you start jumping in other people's lanes, you just start imitating them. You know what this represents? People who have found themselves. IWA gives you a platform to find yourself. Give it time. Well, you got another 4 years of doing that. Keep thinking about it. No rush. This belongs to me because when I showed up in IWA, sure I was like you. I went out there, did the wrestle, but this is more than wrestling. This means I know who I am. This means I'm the best. This means I wrestle the best. Everything about this is a representation of what I do when I walk out there. You're almost there, but you're not there. And you need to be reminded. You need to be reminded again and again and again because you've got an ego about you. And that ego is very, very quickly going to diminish when I punch you in the face. Because you're going to realize, oh, he does care. He does give a crap because it's going to hurt you. It's going to make you feel like the little boy that you really are. This is for people who know themselves, not trying to be a YouTube star, not trying to be a WWE wrestler like Matty Wahlberg, not trying to be like me or Dazza. This is for someone who knows who they are and you don't know who you are.
Yeah, but I know exactly who you are, Lucci. You come out and you put up all this front. You love trees, you love plants, you love the environment, and that is all great. But you do not care about the Trans-Tasman Championship. You are disrespecting the legacy of that championship. I might not know exactly who I am, right? I might not know where I belong, I might not know where my home is. But when I'm in the ring at IWA, especially at St. John's Park, I am home. And I'm the wandering soul. And October 22nd, I'm going to be the Trans-Tasman champion.
Sweet. That's beautiful. Do you think that's beautiful? Well said. I'm so sorry it's going to end so badly for you, okay? Okay? Here, you want it? No. You want it? No.
I think it's very appropriate that the show is called The Final Ride, Lucci.
Oh, why?
Because it's going to be the final ride for you as the Trans-Tasman champion.
Beautiful. Did you write that one down before you came out?
All right, well, I think on that note, we'll call it there. Ladies and gentlemen, October 22nd, tickets are on sale right now at St. John's Park Bowling Club for IWA The Final Ride, where Tree Hugger Lucci will defend the IWA Trans-Tasman title against the top contender, the Wandering Soul, Jimmy Townsend.